coming in live. This is our 15th recording of the Fanboy Lair podcast.
It's only live for us.
Well, it's live for everybody. It's all the way live, aka Coolio. You know, no. All right. All right. As I said, this is Najee speaking with my man Terrell. Say hello, sir.
What's up?
All right. So we're back at my house now recording. This is like the first time since like episode 4.
Yeah, it is.
This is a interesting setup. First time I'm sitting down for a recording, and I don't know how long.
It's not like don't say it like I don't have chairs.
It's just more. It's more convenient to stand up when we're recording at your spot. So
I have chairs. They're just really high with the
countertop and everything. It's like you're recording at a bar stool.
Yeah, I know.
Nah. But so the rundown today. We got the usual suspects. 2 fantastic episodes of Flash and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. You got Supergirl, which kind of found its footing again with that episode.
Oh, whoop-de fucking do for the last 2 episodes.
They probably recorded those in December. That's what happened. But and also Arrow, which
at the time of this recording, the latest episode of Arrow we have not watched.
Yeah,
it comes on tonight. At the time of this recording.
There you go. It's 10:42 now in the AM on the Eastern Coast.
It is the 17th of May
of America. I'm sorry. This is the annex of Russia.
Yeah, you know it. We gotta leave those little snippets out of our podcast for people to start to catch on.
But
you fucking liberal crybabies.
Look, I'm black and liberal. It ain't look.
I'm just I'm sorry. I like doing like fun shit and living and not being like whatever.
Yeah. See, there you go. You just went to the whole other gamut with it. But
those pistachios.
Yes. So you gonna eat pistachios during the recording?
I've done it before.
You gonna crush. Oh, bro, I was eating another pistachio.
Sorry.
You gonna sit there?
Fuck that. I was doing a podcast and a guy ordered pancakes. Went mid-conversation, picked them up from the front door, and they said, "We'll be right back." Cut the podcast off and came right back.
Well, you said we're working on a time limit. We're gonna have a 5 pistachio break.
No.
Every time Rel goes silent, he's eating like 6 pistachios.
No, we're making good time. I just want to make sure I get out of here in time, not only to get to work, but I want to get my Power Ranger comic because Power Ranger 15 came out today.
15. Here we go.
Yeah, you see that?
Yeah, that's a good segue.
Yeah, we caught up to him.
Oh, yes. But what else did we have? Of course, Netflix just recently said that they're going to do a Witcher TV series.
I know, that is everything right now.
That's pretty awesome.
I love Witcher.
And then we was just talking, in 2 weeks we'll be having our second spoiler cast. Yeah. And this one's going to be for Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
They got to try to throw that in there somewhere. There's no Linda Carter in this movie.
I know. That's so weird. So weird.
But if we're going to start things off, I had to ask you this. What do you think has been the better season? Flash or Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Okay. I would be hard-pressed to sit, you can make an argument for Flash.
You can.
But
Agents of
S.H.I.E.L.D. has been freaking spectacular this year. It's I don't know. I know I gush about it because I wanted it to do well. But it's from introducing Ghost Rider and jumping right into the LMD saga and then coming full circle, spoilers, Ghost Rider returns.
Yeah.
And it's even more badass.
Oh my god!
Like this, I was watching it last night, and that was the first episode in a while that I didn't even pick up my phone. Like normally, you would go on Twitter or read something on Facebook. My phone didn't even touch my hand.
Be advised, this episode that we're talking about, where Ghost Rider comes back, this is the season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep.
And don't worry, it's been renewed for another season. So.
Yeah, I didn't have any doubts.
The Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will return.
If anything, with Inhuman show coming up, I don't think ABC was going to cancel that yet.
No, I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. makes a good bit revenue for them.
Yeah, not only that, Inhumans is gonna be a great lead-in.
Yeah.
For what you call Agents of Shield. I'm not sure the time slot yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Tuesdays at 10.
Yeah. Oh, until Agents of Shield start.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could definitely see that.
So.
No, anyway, this episode, man. This episode seeing the
hold up. I'm sorry. It's on Fridays.
It's on Fridays? That's a bad... Well, it's only 8 episodes, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, Fridays, because I just remember we talked earlier, the 22nd of September.
Yeah, and if it's starting in September, it's probably going to run...
It's only 8 weeks, so it's going to run.
It's going to run into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think like the first couple of weeks, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. will be on with that. Unless they're going to start Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
They might tie it up.
Yeah, they could have Inhumans like lead straight into because we'll get to that, but the end of the season.
I mean, we might as well speak on it because if we saying that's the best show, that was the first.
Yeah,
that is the newest season finale, so you might as well. You might as well just finish with the Shield and go.
All right, well, we'll go out. I just don't like going through things out of chronological order for the sake of the listener, because we'll start at like the end and then start working our way backwards. It's kind of weird.
We're going on. You know, we talked about Supergirl last before.
No, I meant chronological order as in the show itself, where it started and where it ended, not like what came on Monday, what came on Tuesday.
Oh no, I mean I was just saying
I don't
like
give a fuck about that.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm just saying since we're talking about Agents of Shield, like I
have no problem talking about it.
You get your point across.
But
I was just saying, just for the sake of how excellent it is, we can. I mean, we're still speculating, but
yeah, but the season ended with Coulson in outer space on a ship, and people are wondering like, is this Sword? Is that what this is gonna be? And I want to say yeah, that would be fucking awesome, but then I want to say no because once again, just like Shield going public and it not being noticed by the larger MCU. You can't establish Sword without it being noticed by the MCU. Now, Sword is completely different. They don't protect like the United States. They live in they stationed in outer space and they protect the planet. Now, you just can't get around something like that. Like, of course, you can just not reference it, of course, but that's like a glaring plot hole. Like, they protect the planet from aliens. That's something at least Tony Stark should be interested in since he's like batshit crazy about aliens coming back to Earth.
Well, we got a couple movies. Maybe you never know. Maybe you get a hint about it in Spider-Man.
Hey, look, and that's all I ask for.
Like you go to Stark Tower and
that's all I ask for. I don't need them to be in the movie, just to be referenced. That is all. Like I didn't like the Sokovia Accords were in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it wasn't like this entire like governing body. But every now and then when something came up, they'd be like, "Hey, well, according to the Sokovia Accords, you got to register." I just like hearing that every now and then. Tell your own story still, but make sure that it's still known that it exists in the same universe. And when you do like these big, large scale things, like with the Darkhold and stuff like that, that's like, well, how doesn't this catch Doctor Strange's attention? Like, he has to know about this. This is something he specifically would deal with. So it's just little things like that. Like I said, I'm not asking for Benedict Cumberbatch on an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It would be awesome. Or
his busy schedule, that ain't happening.
Exactly. Or like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in like the next Doctor Strange movie. I'm not asking for that. That would be cool too. Just a reference. That's all. That's it.
It just matter.
Yeah.
It just matter.
That's all. Just a reference. Just, he's just like going through something. There seems to be a book that uses like some form of like dark magic and science, just anything.
Well,
small.
Who knows? Maybe in the next Doctor Strange it'll end up on his bookshelf.
Even something like that, and like that. What's this? Oh, this? Oh, let me tell you about how I got this book, and then they just cut them off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
but for me, it's the whole Inhumans thing, and again, like you said, it's kind of going out of order. But I'm really thinking about what's on the horizon now.
Yeah,
and it's like how can I say it? I'm thinking that maybe scheduling wise, I'm thinking maybe the first season can play for the Inhumans can play out where they're in there with like seclusion that they're keeping to themselves. And you hear in the trailer the brother saying, the brother in I think it's Medusa probably speaking.
Oh yeah, Black Bolt will not.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I know Black Bolt doesn't speak, but I'm saying, I think it was Medusa and Black Bolt's brother speaking because she's saying it's treason, and maybe it's because Black Bolt's decree is stay away from the humans.
Yeah, from that trailer, it looks like they already have the moon thing established.
Yeah, so maybe that whole season is almost how Wakanda is. The first the first 4 or 5 episodes is how the Wakandans are in the MCU.
Okay,
they're secluded and they're starting to come out because they hear about what's going on Earth, and how it's going to lead in the Shield is maybe Daisy, and Daisy can be that bridge for the Inhumans and Agents of Shield for maybe episodes 6 through 8.
Yeah,
that's just how I'm looking at it. Because even if you go by the schedule, like you said, Agents of Shield may be in its first week or coming into its first week when this goes off. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, not a bad idea. I can see it playing out like that, definitely. Especially like with the Agents of Shield, like now it's like Agents of Shield in space, or maybe they might just full blown change the name, Agents of Sword.
I mean, is that Sword? Like they're just saying that right now. No, it's speculation.
It's all speculation.
Because there's also speculation that it's a space prison.
Well, he said time to get back to work. And I mean, that could be taken several different ways. He might go back to like breaking bricks or space bricks or some shit.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you don't like that's they left it so ominous that you don't know what it is, and that's.
But it just appeared that he had free reign. You know what I'm saying? Like he opened his cell door and walked out. Kind of weird, but who knows? Like in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with these types of prisons and shit, you never know.
The blue collar prisons, the blue collar prisons nowadays, they could go. They have all about it. They have. Walk about the prison. You have an art class. Yeah.
So they're making me a better person.
Exactly.
On the inside. And you get out and you do the same fucking tax evasion you did before.
Or maybe it's a space prison run by Europeans where they actually believe. No, all right, never mind. We're going political again.
Yeah.
Again, we're just speculating on what that place that Coulson was in.
They
obviously he's in space.
They should know it's speculation. Like we don't have it. We don't have any insider source.
I'm working on it. I'm gonna just keep emailing people.
It would be nice though. It would be nice to actually like sit down with like Kevin Feige or any of the other guys that work on the TV shows, even from the DC TV universe.
Well,
honestly, pick their brain.
That'd be awesome. But it would be one of those things I think you may have to ask the questions.
Yeah.
Because I will literally probably lose my shit.
I would compose myself. After I met Kevin Feige, I would probably like jump up and like stick on the wall like Spider-Man and come back down. And be like, all right, so let's ask some serious questions here. Yeah, be as vague as you want. Or as direct.
Exactly. Or it'd be like me with if I meet Clark Gregg. Because again, it's I like other movies and stuff that he wrote. Yeah. So like, hey, what's your thought process behind this? This was pretty good. Like, come on. So
But so for the season finale, Agents of Shield, yes, Ada was defeated in one of the most badass ways. So Ghost Rider returned in the last episode. He came back and he's got his Hellfire chain, and boy, does he use it. He uses it on Ada one time, and Ada's just like, I want no parts of this person at all. Like, she would not come near him, and it was beautiful. Every time she seen him, she disappeared.
Yeah, she didn't want. Dog, it was crazy because when she got hit with the Hellfire chain, and she had that burn on her wrist. Like, yo, why aren't I healing?
Yeah, like, she was wondering why she wasn't healing because she's not a real Inhuman.
Exactly,
she's not even a real human. She was created by the Darkhold.
Yeah, so, but it's almost like that same thing with it's almost Harry Potter-esque, where the only thing that can harm you is yourself.
I love how you just, like, drew a Harry Potter, like... Oh, man. That's funny.
I mean...
No, it's true.
It makes sense.
It makes sense. Nah, it's just funny how you put those two together. But yeah, he killed her. But it was funny. Ghost Rider technically did kill her, but they passed the spirit of vengeance, and this is where things get kind of weird. They passed the spirit of vengeance from Robbie Reyes to Agent Coulson, and Coulson was the one that got the killer, and it was fucking fantastic. You got to watch her scream in pain
I felt,
as he burned her alive.
I know, it was sad to see her go.
Nah, man,
it was sad to see her go.
She did too much, man. I mean, it's sad. Yes, it's sad to see. What's her name? Mallory Jensen.
Yeah.
It was sad to see her go, not her character. It was great to see her character go. I'm all for it when I'm watching the show and you make me hate the villain. I love hating the villain because you're supposed to.
Well, it's like CM Punk said, I dig crazy chicks.
Yeah. Now she became too unstable at that point.
It was like
out of this world crazy.
She was like Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction. She just took it to a whole different level.
And in the last episode, they're like
about to comment on it.
Yeah, her and Fitz are talking, and he's just like, "Yeah, there's not room for two people in my heart, so it's got to be her." And the first thing she says, "Her." What? And like she went from this calm tone. What do you mean, her? and Fitz instantly senses the hostility. He's like, no, you're great too.
Started making excuses like he got caught looking at another chick. Like, look, she walked in my eye line. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
You would have thought he cheated on her the way she reacted. Like he just told her like some Confessions Part 2 shit. I got another girl pregnant. I'm sorry.
She said, what?
She was like, what do you mean, her? It was so, and then she just went batshit crazy, and they set it up really nice because the reason behind it is because she was an android. You think about that. Everything she did was logic based and calculated, and now that she became quote unquote human, she was able to feel like anger and hatred and hurt, and like she couldn't be hurt as Ada. You could say something to her like, I don't believe you're real and I don't like you. She wouldn't care because, that's just how she is. She's programmed to react a certain way to certain things. But now that she can actually feel for herself, she's like, I did all this to be with you and you don't want to be with me.
Yeah, she don't know how to process those feelings.
No.
And it's like the Russian said, you're like a baby who don't know what to do with their feelings.
Yes.
And that is it's all right and tolerable in a baby because they can't really do any harm to you.
But cry.
Yes. Yeah. But when it's a full-grown woman with powers,
oh yeah,
that's when you start to worry.
Oh yeah, and man, she was pretty damn scary. She could electrocute you, she could teleport, and she had a healing factor. I have no idea where she got the healing factor from.
Well, I mean, what Inhuman?
Or which Inhuman? Yeah.
Look, you always sprinkle that in there.
Yeah.
We're just gonna sprinkle that.
We know where electricity and the teleportation came from, Gordon and Lincoln.
Yeah.
But we don't. The healing factor. Have no idea.
Dog, that's just like one of those. Hey, we tossed the healing factor in for free.
Yeah.
You pay for the electric, get half off on the teleport, but we'll toss in the health for you.
So
your opinion.
So here's another thing too, which is pretty interesting, right? And none of these are my opinions. I just watched the episode. I haven't had enough time to process what happened to formulate my own opinion, except with the Ghost Rider portal thing. I'll get to that later. But now the question has been posted online: is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 4 finale leading to Infinity War? They're in outer space, and this season's break is going to be when Infinity War happens. It's actually this is the first. It's like this is going to be a season where 3 Marvel movies are going to happen within this time frame because Black Panther is February, Thor is November, and Avengers is May, right? Yeah. So we're talking 3. I think the season may end.
What do you mean 3 what?
3 movies are going to take place during the season.
Oh, during the season. Okay.
Yeah. So, and I think the season should be coming to a conclusion right around the time when the Avengers movie comes out. They'll probably be like on episode like 19 or 20 or some shit like that.
In May?
Yeah, I mean the season ended in May. So it's May 17th. Season's over now with 22 episodes.
Oh, okay.
I think Avengers comes out like May 9th. So that would leave them at like maybe like 20 episodes. 20 episodes in.
Yeah, but we'll have to see what their story is going to be.
Oh no! This is
probably
speculation.
We'll have to see what their story is going to be.
I mean, this is just making conversation. Anything I throw out there, we can just say, "Oh, we'll just wait and see."
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to shoot it down. I'm just trying to say because they always have their bigger, their main baddie that they have to deal with.
Yeah.
That's all I was trying to say. It just so happened that it was a beautiful tie-in that we keep talking about it. It was a beautiful tie-in to the first season with Shield and Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
So what I was trying to say is just like I'm just wondering if they're in space and if that's going to be this whole season, cool. But how would it lead into the Infinity War, or how would the Infinity War affect Shield? Like, will we get that thing where, like you just said, that you will want a passing instance where, like, yo, we got to take care of this, but I just got a call from Cap or Tony.
Yeah.
We have to we got to do some groundwork.
Yeah, I think it might be like, as subtle as what they did with Age of Ultron. And you see how subtle that was. They found the scepter on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. or somebody who had the scepter on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And then the movie just picked up with the Avengers just going to go get it. You know?
Well, but you also had I can't remember her name. The girl in the flower dress. She had the vision about all the Ultrons.
Oh, yeah, Ruth Negga.
I forgot her character name.
I did too. Girl in a flower dress.
That's what they called her for like the first 2 seasons.
They did. They didn't know who the hell she was. And then she turned into Sonic the Hedgehog. Like.
Yeah, pretty much, right? But yeah, like, remember she had that vision saying, Iron Men of Metal, whatever, is going to rain down from the skies and take over.
I forgot about that.
And I think that was one of the last scenes before the movie.
I think it was, yeah.
Because they did have the joint, like, we got to call, make that call or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they had her scene to close out that episode.
Yeah.
Now, I remember, wasn't, in that episode too? Kobe Smulders?
Yeah, she was.
Because now I wonder, was that the instance where she was going to go get the last helicarrier? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Remember? Because she did talk to Phil and said, we got to do something. It was something. I can't remember exactly what they said.
That's something I have to go back.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that episode. But because they did say they laid out groundwork for that movie.
They did.
But it, like you said, it was subtle, but it was thrown in there.
Yeah.
Because, you had the premonition, and then you had Phil talking to, what's her name? Kobe Smulders' character.
Oh, fuck. Damn.
Drawing a blank. Maria Hill.
Maria Hill.
So you had her talking to her, and that.
Wait, her character's Maria Hill?
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
You didn't realize that?
Nah, man. I just now. I don't know what I was fucking thinking, dude.
Is that like what 10 years of just like, oh shit?
She plays such a fucking important character.
Like
that's like the leader of S.H.I.E.L.D. in the comics.
Yeah, I'm about to say that's when she take over S.H.I.E.L.D. And you didn't realize that.
Oh man, woo!
So you think they laying the groundwork for her?
They might. They could.
Because last movie is next year.
Yeah, Jackson.
Yeah or could. Knowing him, he'll sign another non-movie deal.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
This dude was in a movie called Barely Lethal.
Barely Lethal.
Yes, I watched it.
Oh man.
But
that's the thing with Sam Jackson. He doesn't care. I'm acting. I don't give a fuck.
That's the whole thing. He said he likes working.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. He said he enjoys more so the process of making a movie.
Yeah. Than
the whole, hey, I'm gonna reap the benefits for it.
Yeah. I can understand that.
But, and after Infinity War, he's gonna take over Harrison Ford again.
But
you know what I mean by that, right?
No.
Before The Force Awakens came out, Sam Jackson was the highest grossing actor ever.
Oh.
Like all the movies he was in, the combined gross of those movies was the highest ever by any actor.
Yeah.
Until Harrison Ford came out with The Force Awakens, and
he beat him out.
Because you think about it, Harrison Ford has two series, film series that's big: Indiana Jones and Star Wars. So
I guess those are bigger than those Marvel movies.
I mean,
Sam Jackson's not even in all of them too. So
yeah, but I'm saying though, you think about this, people are still buying new copies of the first 3 Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
So it's like,
You're like, I don't think anybody's buying new copies of Avengers.
I mean, but it's only been, what, 10 years? Has it been? No, 2022? That's when it be 10 years?
Yeah. Oh, wait, for
Avengers. First
yeah,
Avengers.
So. Yeah,
that was 2012?
2012, yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I said 8.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about Iron Man.
Yeah, but, so we'll have to look back. We'll have to make a note to go back to season, what was that, 3?
For Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, to see what they were saying with this
Season
whole
2?
tangent started with.
Yeah, I think season 2.
Was it?
I think. Age of Ultron was 2015. No, you're right, season 3.
Yeah.
My B. Season 2 was Thor: The Dark World. That's the one they had. 'Cause that was 2014.
Was that? I thought that was in the first season too.
Thor: The Dark World?
Yeah.
Nah, that was 2014. No, fuck.
Yeah, it was the first season because Thor came.
You're right.
Yeah.
Shit. Because Thor: The Dark World was before Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Damn.
What? They had 2 movies that season.
2 movies, yeah. Damn, man. These things are running together, man.
See, that's why I be talking. See, this goes back to what I was saying. You got to talk about the shows in seasons and forget the years because you confuse yourself. But so we discussed where we think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to go. We'll figure out, like you said earlier, off air. We'll find out maybe Comic-Con.
Yeah, I'm thinking Comic-Con.
Yeah, so it's that July.
Yeah, July.
Wait.
Yeah, July.
You gotta wait 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months, and we'll get some type of trailer. It'll be something vague, like a flaming chain on the side of a fucking bus.
Yo, who did everybody think it was before that though?
They thought it was the guy from the last season, from season 3.
Oh yeah. No, but it was something else. Like
I went with the hype. I was like, that's got to be Ghost Rider.
yeah.
I just went with that, but it wasn't because I thought of something cool. I was just like, I wanted to be Ghost Rider.
I guess me is the cynical part of me. Cause I'm thinking I wanted to be Ghost Rider, but I'm not gonna get what I want.
Yeah, you're like, exactly.
Not cool. Like, watch it be that dude. Watch it be that guy.
Yeah,
because remember he did end the season off with a chain.
With a chain, he did. Yeah.
Then they kill him off like at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, it was at the beginning of the season. It was at the beginning of the season.
Cut that out. That out. We only having one chain.
It's only one flaming chain, and that's mine.
Yeah, they gave it the Walking Dead black cast member treatment. We only have one or two. But like you said, July we'll figure out something. I want an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Telltale game.
Oh man, that'd be fucking dope.
That's what I want.
Damn, that would be some nice shit to have, man.
With the voice actors.
Oh man, but trying to think anything else cool. If you haven't watched the season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., if you haven't watched anything about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., man, for one, watch the whole season. Yes, watch the whole season. It's not like the other 3. It's not at all. Like it doesn't start off slow and build up. It starts off action packed, and it actually does a pretty good job of maintaining the action throughout the entire season. It's like, you know how they say, they hit their stride. Their 4th season, this is a fucking masterpiece here.
Yeah,
this is a masterpiece.
This is Usain Bolt right out the gate. They was on point.
I'm like, this is like Arrow season 2 level. It might even be just a smidge better.
Yeah, like, I think honestly, I can honestly say it probably might be better than Arrow season 2.
Exactly. I would not be ashamed to say that. This season was just amazing. The effects were amazing. Ghost Rider was amazing.
That's where I was kind of concerned.
Yeah.
We know it's ABC and it's an ABC original property. So they're going to put their money in it, but I'm still thinking how much money would they put into a TV show?
Yeah.
Blockbuster movie budget is different from TV budget.
Yeah.
By millions.
And it looked great. Like the opening scene where he
you saw the cracks in the skull because that's how freaking mad he was.
Oh my goodness. He jumped up and like spun the chain around. Yo, the use of the chain in this episode was just amazing. He jumps up, lights the chain on fire. Well, first off, let me back up. I'm getting ahead of myself here because this shit was so awesome. Ada electrocutes him while he's in his human form, and as she's doing it, his face starts to burn off, and he like ignites the chain, and she had this look of terror that just fell upon her face. She looked like, oh shit, I just messed up. It was like one of those the scene with Morgan Freeman, and at that moment she knew that she had fucked up.
She fucked up.
So then he like jumps up, does like this crazy like little spin, spins the chain around, and goes to hit her, and she disappears. And he gets so mad, he just starts yelling, and you can see like the cracks on the skull. Oh my goodness,
That's how mad he got. He cracked his skull.
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing. I think I'm gonna try and like run that like as I'm talking about this part. I think I'm gonna try and run that through the YouTube version of the podcast just so you can see. I might like stop the whole podcast and just run just that part.
Oh, so you're gonna get us another copyright warning?
Yes.
All right, this is big time.
Listen. The videos aren't monetized. So what are they gonna do? We're not making any money off of it. We're not making money off of your product at all. And it'll be like a 30-second clip. Come on, don't get mad.
Yeah, well, what was it? The fair use law, I believe?
Yeah.
It's messed up. I studied this like two quarters ago. But I'm my fault. Just to go back on something, I realized I'm looking on not IMDb, on Wikipedia, and it's not necessarily any real information, but I'm seeing why this season was so good. It was contained arcs. And remember how I say the best seasons are 8 to 13 episodes?
They kind of did that.
The Ghost Rider saga was 8. The LMD saga was 7. And then the Agents of Hydra was like 7.
Ah, I see what they did there.
You know what I'm saying? They have an overall story.
Because all three of the stories kind of tie together.
They tied together.
Yeah.
But the arcs of those stories was 7 episodes, like acts, basically. Yeah. You had a 3-act structure here, and it worked very well.
Yeah.
So I won't be surprised if they do it next year.
It would behoove them to try this again. Because actually thinking about it like that, when Ghost Rider left with the Darkhold, that kind of felt like a season finale.
Yeah.
But then it did the whole Ada waking up thing, and you're like, oh shit. And then when the next episode came back after a little break, it's like Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And instead of saying like the logo catching on fire and saying Ghost Rider, it was all like cybernetic and said LMD.
Exactly.
And I thought that was cool too. And then once they got loaded into the framework and they took their break again and they came back, it was like it said Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but then like it went like this like greenish kind of thing, and it said Agents of Hydra instead.
Yep.
And I thought, yeah, man, that is brilliant. That is fucking brilliant right there.
If you look at the breakdown, and even now you bringing up the point that they took breaks.
Yep.
That kind of furthers the point that they were looking at it as 3 contained arcs or acts or whatever would have you to their overarching, overall story, but we're going to contain it and concentrate on telling this story. Then we're going to concentrate on telling this story, all while laying out the breadcrumbs that we did, in the first episode of the season.
Yeah, because it all still revolved around the Darkhold.
The Darkhold.
So it's crazy. It's like you ever watch those like Halloween stories where it tells like 5 spooky stories, but then it's like one thing that's similar in all of them, and then at the end you're like, holy shit, like this all happened in the same town.
Yeah,
that's kind of like what this is like.
And that's why that's why this is I think the best season they had.
And that's probably why they were able to maintain the action, because they paced themselves out better. Instead of telling one story over 22 episodes, they told 3 different stories over 22 episodes that all had that ended up with the same end goal.
Yeah. It was all about the Darkhold.
Yeah, it was still all about the Darkhold.
As they say in, writing, the MacGuffin of this series was the Darkhold.
But I haven't heard MacGuffin in a while.
I have problems with that.
Yeah. Using the word MacGuffin because it sounds stupid.
Not even that. It's just because I feel like it messes with everything I believe in of storytelling in movies for me.
Yeah.
I like to believe everything is important.
Oh, yeah.
And just calling something MacGuffin shows that it's not really important. It's just supposed to be there to move the plot, which is what it is, but still, it's like,
but
you can say the Tesseract's a MacGuffin, but
true.
They are trying to get that, and the end goal is to
get that to do something.
Yes, And a lot of times, like, I'm gonna get back to it, but the Shield, but the like a MacGuffin in, you've seen Pulp Fiction.
Mm-hmm.
The MacGuffin of that movie was supposed to be the briefcase because you never seen what it was, but it was supposed to, hey, this drives a plot point. But the whole thing is that briefcase didn't pop up in every scene.
Yeah, it didn't. Same thing with the Darkhold.
Exactly, and that's why I understand the term and I understand its purpose, or whatever. But just for me, it bothers me.
Yeah,
and this is, again, it's a little hang up. Neurotic guy who gets bothered by small mundane shit. So, but anyway, back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I know we're gushing over this for almost a half hour, but I really, really enjoyed this season.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to look on Wikipedia ratings-wise. It might not have done the best ratings-wise.
And that's a shame. If you like Marvel, movies, this was one of the best series. It was definitely better than the Iron Fist that everybody went to go watch. So
yeah.
Not saying Iron Fist was a complete shit, but I mean, people flocked to Netflix to watch Iron Fist.
It was slow.
You just passed by Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and they have good stories. They tell good stories every season. It's just people don't want to sit through the bullshit. But you sit through the bullshit for Iron Fist for 13 episodes. I mean,
but those
are 50 minutes.
But this one wasn't really that.
No, not this season. No. This didn't have the bullshit. They trimmed
like
all
the
the
action and story was there, and again, I'm really believing it's because of that 3-story structure that they're taking.
You know how we always when we talk about like the CW shows, we're always like, yeah, this was a throwaway episode.
There was no throwaway. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I didn't watch an episode and was like, I could have done without watching this episode, especially not during the Agents of Hydra arc. Like, you needed to see all of that.
Yeah.
To understand why people were so fucked up towards the end of this season.
Especially Fitz.
And
even in the early episodes of not even the LMD saga, I'm talking about the early episodes of the Ghost Rider saga, where you had the relationship between, what's his name, Cunningham?
Who?
The dude who Fitz started the LMDs with.
Ratcliffe.
Cunningham. What the hell?
I don't know. Randall Cunningham?
Wish he was back. But anyway, but yeah, with Ratcliffe, you got that story with him and Fitz. And those may seem like throwaway stories, or a throwaway angle, which is, again, now I'm thinking about it, is how brilliant it was that you see how Fitz was nice to Ada, then Ada takes over and put everybody in the framework, and Ada shows those affections towards Fitz because she felt like he was the only person who cared about her, and then that drives things when they get out of the framework.
And then she feels as though he doesn't care about her.
Exactly.
Man. You want to talk about stories.
And that was like Hell Hath No Fury, like a Inhuman Scorn.
Yeah. Man.
But, all right, we gushed about this. If we go any longer, it's going to turn into the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
podcast.
So, on to
let's go Supergirl.
I was about to say that, and how Supergirl got her groove back.
Supergirl got it. And I think when you texted me and said, it's good to see Calista Flockhart back, I watched that episode and was like, this is why I watched Supergirl in the first place. Damn it. Like,
now, I'm going to ask you, it sounds bad, and I don't know, is Calista Flockhart a, like, real piece of glue? Is she like the glue of this series? Because as soon as she came back, everything seemed to be in place.
Because, like, in the first season, anytime Supergirl couldn't do anything, she didn't, like, I don't want to say, like, get on, like, some, like, feminist train or whatever, but the reason I liked the first season is because it was different. It wasn't male-driven. She wasn't dependent. Like, they made sure that Superman was there. Like, you knew he existed, but she did not rely on him. The majority of the main cast members were female, which I like, too. But when she had an issue, like, with her fucking name, this was beautiful. She's like, Supergirl, I'm not a girl. She's not a girl. She's a woman. She's like, well, I'm a girl. And, like, I own Catco. Like, what the fuck? Like,
exactly.
It doesn't matter. Like, little shit like that mattered.
But she was that, for me, she was that voice that almost everybody would tell a dude, pick yourself up, man.
Yeah.
Dust yourself off. Stop acting like that. You be okay. And that's what she was with fucking Supergirl.
Yeah.
Every time it wasn't. She's like, I understand, but you basically need to woman up.
Exactly. I love that.
You be all right. You're the strongest freaking woman on this planet.
Yeah.
This shouldn't bother you.
Yeah. Oh man, I loved it. And I think that's what it was missing. I think it missed so much Calista Flockhart bringing in that expert advice because she's she's older, she's more traveled and stuff like that. So she's seen the world for what it is, and she like accepts and she knows things. And they make like little comments here and there about like equal pay and stuff like that. And I like that. I'm like, this is why I started to watch it. And I seen a post on Facebook with one of my friends. He was like, is it me or is Supergirl getting all feminine or whatever? And I'm just like listen to your statement. You're watching a show called Supergirl.
Yeah.
And you're getting upset because it seems a little too feminine. I think you're watching the wrong show. You think you need to go back and watch like Smallville or like Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, something like that. And get your masculinity or watch Arrow. I mean, but like this is what that show should be. Like you got two other shows that do that because Legends is led by a female. Now, yeah. Go watch those, especially Arrow. Go watch that, and then you can get your dose of testosterone. Your night fighting is just a whole, your brooding and stuff like that. Your testosterone, if that's what you're into. But that's why I liked Supergirl. Like it was different. Like that's why I like The Flash. Watching it, I'm like, this is different. It's not like Arrow. It's happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I mean, for me, it was always. I told you when we first. I mean, we didn't start this when Supergirl was on. But I told you Calista Flockhart was one of the main things I liked about Supergirl. And again, it was because I liked the message, like you said, that whole message that she was bringing across. Whereas, how can I say it? It's okay to be a female and be feminine, and like you can be a female and feminine, but still be powerful and assertive.
Exactly.
And not being called a bitch.
Yeah.
Or again, if you called a bitch, not give a fuck and still do what you do.
Yeah.
And that's what Calista Flockhart character was. She's like, I'm going to run this company the way it should be run.
Yeah.
If I seem a little bitchy, oh well. But if I was a dude, you wouldn't be saying I'm a bitch. I'm assertive.
Yeah. True.
But the thing is, she would address that, and still, I don't care. But I'm pointing it out to you, so you can see where your eyes is messed up. So let's go about this business.
Yeah.
On a happier note, I loved when Guardian came in and rescued her. And she's like, oh, thanks, James.
He was like, no, I'm Guardian.
I can see your eyes. Like, oh, shit.
And I'm like, but you can't tell the difference between Supergirl?
But I
know they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it funny.
Exactly. But I don't know, man. Her whole reaction after it, though, she's watching it. Then she got right up and started texting like, yo, let me get this out there. Thanks, James. Like,
thanks, James. He's just like a
and
Guardian.
And it seems like to me, she saw the weights and then saw him. Oh, okay. Yeah. It makes sense. He's not here. This black guy just all of a sudden came out of oh, what's up, James? How you doing? and she don't, again, I guess like you said, it's the comedy of it. How can you not tell?
Yeah. Supergirl.
Glasses and a ponytail.
Yeah.
But I really cracked up laughing at that part. I was at work watching it. Yes, I watch TV and stuff at work.
Don't we all?
Yeah. But I mean, just if you see my setup, it was disgusting. I had the phone on the keyboard in my Surface open, watching something, texting or typing some other stuff. But that episode was like, oh man, this is season 1 all over again.
Yeah.
It was fun. It actually got moved the story, and it wasn't a throwaway episode.
Yeah.
The only thing that pissed me off, they wait until episode 21.
Yeah, to do like some major storytelling, especially with Guardian. It was last episode that was episode 20.
Yeah.
And then this episode where you actually start to, I'm like, wow, like Guardian didn't do shit for like fucking 5 episodes, and now you want to like throw him in and say, hey, here's Guardian. And I'm like, come on, man. And they finally did something like Chris pointed out on Facebook. He was like, isn't the president an alien? And they finally did something with that.
Yeah.
Finally. I'm like, you wait till the end.
Honestly, I forgot all about that.
So did I. So Chris said something. I was like, oh, yeah, this happened like episode 4.
I forgot all about that.
Yeah, and I'm like, come on, man. You know, I'm glad to see it hit its stride, and they're setting up for Supergirl versus Superman.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool. You want to know why? Because Injustice 2 just came out yesterday. So
that
and Supergirl seems to be a plot point in that as a force for good, and Clark's evil in the Injustice storyline if no one knows. But and now the next episode is going to be Superman versus Supergirl. I figure they punch a bit and then blow up a bunch of alien ships together.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
On this little side note, what do you think of that I told you about that article I read that they said they should like have a Flashpoint or New 52 or DC Rebirth happen with the CW shows where all of them are in the same universe?
I think that would be a great idea because I mean you could have more interaction with Supergirl and not have to write it and explain it away every time they interacted with each other.
Yeah, there's no we need Cisco. Or we need some way to go to a different dimension. Yeah, cause like or a different different Earth.
Yeah, because it's real simple. Like, hey, look, she's like super strong. You just chop Cisco's hands off and you break Flash's leg, and that'll slow him down from getting Supergirl, and we can take over the planet. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Other than that, they get Supergirl, it's like game over half the damn time. But yeah, that would be pretty interesting to do. They wouldn't be able to do. They would have to do like because they already used the Flashpoint up. I thought they were going to use Flashpoint to bring her into this universe at the beginning of the season.
I thought that would have been a smart thing to do.
I don't know why they didn't, but now they would have to use something else. I don't exactly know what they could do. So I think they're going to leave it like this. Yeah, stupid.
Flashpoint or what else can you do? That's that
was it because Flashpoint led into the New 52.
They're going to have
and then the Darkseid War led into DC Rebirth.
Well, maybe you can bring him in.
Darkseid?
No, never mind. He's in the DCEU.
Well, so is Superman. So if they if they get permission to, they can use him. You know, they got permission to use Superman. And I don't understand. It's like, why is it easier to get rights for Superman for television and not Batman?
I was just about to say that.
That's so weird.
Which I do find ironic that they both started out on television.
Yeah, it's so strange. And now it's like hard as shit to get either one of them.
Like
the last time you seen Superman on TV before Supergirl's version was Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
Dang, okay, yeah, because I was about to go back to the other boy, George Reeves.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Superman was in black and white.
Yeah, that was the last time. This was, 1996? And I know what everyone's going to say. What about Smallville?
No, that was the Blur.
You couldn't call him Superman. I don't know if people realize that, but that's why they called him everything but Superman. And then in the last episode, you didn't really see him in a suit. So
yeah,
and it looked like they had the suit from Superman Returns, which would have been really nice to see Tom Welling. You know, you spend 10 years on the show, and then you actually get to see Tom Welling in the full getup. Would have been fantastic payoff, and you still could have ended the season on that. Would have been fucking fantastic for everyone, and you mucked it all up. So, but yeah, the last time you got an actual TV show with a legitimate Superman, sorry Tom Welling, Dean Cain, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, and that's just insane.
Yeah, and then you can't even think of Adam West was the last Batman.
Yep, that's insane, man. It's weird. It's just listen. You already said the universes are separate. Fuck it. It's like you say, oh well, we don't want to get Batman and that Batman confused. Well, you got two Supermen and you got two Flash.
Yeah.
Just forget it, man. Just let this happen. Like,
and it kind of makes me concerned. Like, how do you? I mean, you can have it, and I'm pretty sure they're going to explain it away. But you have basically a Teen Titans TV show on the horizon, and more than likely, Nightwing or Robin is going to be in Teen
both.
Titans, or both.
Who knows?
And how are you going to explain that?
Exactly.
Oh yeah, Bruce let me get away, or the big guy let me get out today. Like,
here's the hard part about that, because if you want to do a Titans TV show. This is where it gets really complicated, right? And you have to do a lot of writing for this, or it's just going to have to exist in its own. But then here we go again, another TV show in its own universe. Just put them all in the same universe and keep everybody separate if that's what you want to do, like what Marvel does. Everybody's in the same universe. They just keep them all separate, which is fine. But when you do something like this, Superman, Supergirl do not exist in the Flash's universe with the Green Arrow and the Legends of Tomorrow. They don't exist there. They exist in another dimension. But in that other dimension, Batman exists. They mentioned him more than once.
And I'm going back to Gotham. That was like in the first episode of this season.
Yeah, they mentioned him in the last episode where he was like, when he said he was like Clark's friend, and he was like, and he made the ears.
I didn't even peep that.
Yeah, they were referencing Batman.
No, I'm just saying I didn't pay attention to that part.
When they were talking about Guardian and how he acts and people are afraid of him.
Oh,
and he was like, yeah, it's kind of like Clark's partner. Or Superman's partner.
Is this was this past episode?
Yeah.
I'll pull it up on the DVR.
I don't think it was this episode. I think it might have been last week with
still got
mind-bending aliens.
I still got like 5 episodes left.
What, a Supergirl?
I mean on the DVR? Yeah.
Yeah, it was the one last Monday with the weird aliens.
20. All right.
Yeah, it was that one. So it's just like, now how do you do it? Because let's say they wanted to do something and got Colton Haynes and brought him in as Arsenal. And then you bring in someone.
You're still banking on that, huh?
Yes. Yeah, I like Colton Haynes. He was good on the show. I loved him, man.
Still banking on that.
I got my fingers crossed.
I don't know why I wanted the red-headed Arsenal.
He actually, but besides the hair, come on.
He did.
He looked like Roy Harper.
He was good. He was good. I'm not saying he wasn't. It's just like one of those things.
Yeah, if he had the hair, I mean, he would have. Like, he would have been perfect. Like, the only thing you could have done was, like, put, like, some freckles on him or some shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. I'm like, yo, he looks just like Roy Harper. That's so strange how you just found this guy. But yeah, man. I don't know. I guess that's it for Super. It was a great episode. It ended with Rhea. She has control over Superman, and I guess that's why as soon as the alien invasion started, they're like, we can't find Superman.
Yeah. Well, like you said, that is leading up to the big fight. Is this the season finale next week?
Yep. Everything's ending next week.
Well, then we're going to have a week. All right, well, everything ends next week. Then show-wise, we'll have to do the wrap-up. And then by the time that happens, we be ready for Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman.
And you're going to sing the song every time somebody say it?
Yeah, man. You play Lego Batman 3?
No, I didn't.
Oh, anytime she flies, it plays that song.
Seriously?
As soon as you take off. Wonder Woman. As soon as you take off. Oh, and same thing with Superman. If you fly with Superman, it plays the like the 1970s.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah, it plays that.
I still want to get that game. You know how I am with my Lego game.
Oh, man, it's good shit. It's good shit, man.
I got that. I got Lego, was it Lego Avengers?
Yeah.
I got that in Lego Marvel Superheroes.
Did you hear the announcement, man?
What?
Lego Marvel Superheroes 2.
When?
I have no idea. The trailer, they released a teaser for the trailer. Why do they do that now? That's so fucking annoying. Just wait and release the trailer. Please.
Probably might be this fall.
But it was Baby Groot. That's what they had in there. Lego Baby Groot. And
which I will be getting in a couple weeks. Yeah. that set.
Yeah. So you can check that out. I guess we'll move into The Flash. My name is Barry Allen, and I am the fastest man alive. Well, yesterday was the day. May 16th, 2017 was the day that Savitar was going to take Iris and he was going to kill her. And I'm just going to go right out and say it. He did it.
I honestly still don't. I'm not going to believe it until to episode 1 of next season.
So let me just go down a list of events and get everything out the way so we can just go straight into speculation. And, there's one episode left. So, to power the Speed Force Bazooka, as they like to call it. I got to look that up and see if that's a real thing in the comics. To power the Speed Force Bazooka, they needed an alien power source. And they figured that they could get this alien power source from the Dominators, which was in lockup at Argus, guarded by King Shark. So he goes back in time, and apparently people are saying that there's some like continuity error. He goes back in time, recruits Leonard Snart. Again, with the time traveling shit, Barry just doesn't fucking learn. Gets Leonard Snart from the Legends, which was a smart place to pick him up from, since that's when he was, on his path to being good. First he went to Lila, and Lila was just like, no, I don't give a fuck if Iris is going to die. You're not getting it, which I thought was pretty uncharacteristic of her. That's something Amanda Waller would have done. But
you see, she's turning more into Amanda Waller.
Sort of, but they I don't know.
I mean, if you watch Arrow.
After the last episode with her and Diggle, they seem to have found the common ground.
She's trying to.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be another instance like, I can't tell you this.
Once we get to the end of the episode and we really start dissecting it, this is why it doesn't make sense. And you've seen it, so you already know why I'm going to say it doesn't make sense. So he gets Leonard Snart. They decide to break in. They get all the way down to the sub level, and they see that it's being guarded by King Shark. Leonard Snart says he's been watching a lot of Shark Week on a Wave Rider. Finds out that if he lowers the temperature to a certain degree, that King Shark will fall asleep. So he uses his cold gun to do that because Barry was going to go in there and straight kill him.
Yeah. That's why you brought me here, so you can get all killsy.
Yeah, so you can get all killsy. So they do that, but when they pick it up, Barry runs to the door, slides out, and leaves Leonard Snart locked in there. Leonard Snart's like, Barry, I'm stuck in here. What are you gonna do? Are you gonna leave me here? And Barry's like, I can't let him die. Like I gotta help him. Yeah. So he talks to Cisco. Cisco gets the door to open just a little bit. He slides out. They chop King Shark's hand off with the door, and it grew the fuck back. Well, I guess you can't really kill that guy then. I guess you got blown to pieces or some shit. But as they're leaving to get out of Argus, look who shows up. Was it Layla, right?
Yeah, he was about to say Amanda Waller.
I was. Man, I miss Amanda Waller. Damn. But
she was, yeah.
Yeah. So, but she shows up. It's just like, so you snuck in to get this. We were watching you on the security cameras the whole time, and he's just like, listen, I can't let Iris die. So then she goes, here, Barry, take it. And I'm just like, huh? And she says, if it were John, you would do the same thing for me. Well, yeah, that's true, but you didn't think about that when he first asked?
That kind of goes to what I'm saying, where she's struggling with her position, because now she's there. She sees why Amanda Waller was as cut off and cold with her decisions as she was.
Yeah.
So it's like she's trying to juggle that whole duality of being the leader of Argus and actually being herself.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like she knows what was best for Argus and what was best for their whole agenda was like, no, I don't want to give this to him. But she knows Barry as a person. She knows any other time, John would, like she said, John would give, if it was John, you would do the same for me. So I'm thinking that whole fact that the issue she's having with John is what made her change her mind. But the way I'm looking at it, I'm starting to think she's been in control. Her instinct now is to, whoa. What was that about?
I don't know. Turn your volume down. What the fuck? Like, why is
I didn't think my volume was on. Oh, it's the Ultron Marvel game joint. But anyway, I'm thinking her first instinct is to do what's for the betterment of, do what's in the best interest of Argus and be cold.
Yeah.
Because remember when Amanda Waller was in charge, she was like real talking down on her, and she didn't agree with her moves. But now once you had the power, once you're on the throne or whatever, so to speak, you see like, oh shit, I have to make these decisions. And as you make these hard decisions over and over and over again, you start to shut yourself off emotionally and just start thinking with your brain. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say? Just start thinking logically. And that's why I think she said no the first time. But then after seeing Barry and seeing like, you know what, John would have gave it to Barry because he understands the whole overall reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
The whole thing behind Argus is you don't trust anybody. That's why we have black off sites. He's not even. This is a black site that's off the black site record. You get what I'm trying to say? So that was my thinking, my thought process behind her actions. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's just how I look at it. So that's how I rationalized that in my mind when she had a change of heart, so to speak.
I still think it's complete shit, but what you said, it makes sense if you look at it that way. 'Cause I didn't look at it that way at all. I was just like, that's stupid. Why would you watched him go through all this trouble. You watched him do it and then said, you know what, fuck it, here. You're wasting time. But, I mean,
from that standpoint, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, because she watched him. She said we seen all of it on the security cameras. Like, why would you do this? And then he's just like, I got to save Iris. And she's like, you know what? Here, take it.
Or maybe it's one of those, let's see how this works out.
Yeah. Now, I ain't going to hold you.
Dick.
That is some Amanda Waller shit.
Yeah.
We knew you were going to do that. We just wanted to see
how it works out.
Yeah. Now we know how to improve our security.
Exactly. I'm mad he said, yeah, the only way this joint costs $10 million to build. 37 seconds. Yeah, guess 30. I'm a little rusty. Yo, I say it every time. Wentworth Miller kills it as Captain Cold. He kills it. Like, he hams it up so much that it's like, that's his character. Normally it'd be like, this is hammy for like the first Batman with Adam West. But somehow it fits. But no, what was you about to say?
I forgot what I was about to say.
Oh, shit.
Wasn't important. But but yeah, so they get the Speed Force cannon, and the Flash runs into Star Labs and goes, "We've got the alien tech we need." And he was like, "Great, Iris is on Earth 2 with Kid Flash and Joe." Turns around, it's the evil Barry in a fucked up Flash suit. Like, got him. And HR is just like, oh, god damn it. And they're like, yo, Flash, Savitar's coming. So they're starting to set up for Savitar. Savitar jumps through the portal, proceeds to break down Kid Flash. And I believe this is it for Kid Flash. We're not going to see him in the season finale.
Oh, yeah. He's on IR.
Yeah, he put on Instagram, and that's a wrap for Kid Flash. And I was like, damn, already?
Who,
how do you pronounce it? Keanu Lonsdale?
Yeah.
Yeah. Great guy. Love him as Kid Flash. Glad he didn't break his spine. Glad he didn't lose his power.
It's a wrap for him.
Yeah. He was like, that's a wrap for Kid Flash on set. And I was like, awesome. I was like, he didn't die. He didn't lose his powers.
He put him with a pup list.
Yeah. Broke the shit out of his leg, though. So, I mean, he stepped right on his knee. That's probably going to take a little time to heal. And he did it from the side, too.
It takes a season finale.
Yeah, season finale to do it. Because you got to think about it. Like, he's healing at an accelerated rate, but with all the damage, they can explain away, like, because all this stuff is happening within, like, a day maybe? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they can explain that away, which is fine. I would have loved to see Kid Flash, Jesse Quick, and Jay Garrick, along with Barry Allen, fight Savitar. That's what I was hoping for at the end of the season. Won't get that. But they said that this season is not going to end the same. Like, or they may have been just talking about Arrow. But so that they said that, you know how in Arrow every season literally ended with a fight in the street to save Star City.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They said it's not gonna end like that, and I'm like, great, because it's getting a little old. But where was that? Yeah. So he breaks Kid Flash down. I mean, he broke him the fuck down. Come to find out, the suit can move by itself because Barry was behind him the whole. I don't know what the fuck to call him. He didn't call himself Barry. So Savitar was behind him the whole time while the suit was fighting Kid Flash. And then he said, if you move, I'm going to kill you guys. And then I guess he pointed the gun at Barry. And this Barry is so fast that as soon as he pointed the gun, him, Iris, and the suit jumped through a portal and were gone. I was like, damn. That was fast by even the TV show standard. It was crazy. And this is where everything came down, and he had the Speed Force cannon. He shot him with the Speed Force cannon, and it didn't do anything. And he said, I spent an eternity in the Speed Force because you threw me in there. You didn't think I thought of it. And I'm not going to hold you. He's fucking right. You tried to build the Speed Force cannon early, which is what your future self helped build to lock him in there in the future. You tried to build it early in the past. But you didn't put two and two together. He was already beaten by the Speed Force cannon in the future. So he already ran down the idea of what if he makes it now in the past. I need a way to beat this canon because this is what stopped me the last time. It makes perfect sense.
That's a good point.
It makes perfect sense. And not only that, but he knows your memories. So every time you create a new memory, he knows what you're about to do. So you're like, we're going to use the Speed Force canon now. And this is why when Caitlin's like, if they're going to make the Speed Force canon, we should stop them. And he's just like, no. Because the Philosopher's Stone, what you gave me, or Kid Flash gave me to get me out of the Speed Force, this is what I'm using to stop the Speed Force canon. And then that was it. And the scene played out just about exactly how it did back in like episode 4 or 5 or whatever it was. Yeah. He picks up Iris, and as Barry starts to run to her, very dramatic scene. It's a cool effect. You see all the lightning behind him and shit. Great effect. And Iris pretty much said like her wedding vows on a recording for him, and then she gets it right through the chest. Blah! And Savitar just runs away. Just, and runs away. I'm like, and I was like, wow, they actually did it. They actually killed her.
I'm still, I don't know, man.
Well,
she's such an integral part of the cast. I'm not sure how you.
Here's what I said to you earlier. The way they did that ending for this episode, if you do not let her stay dead, you are now going to lose all credibility. Period. Because that was, you put so much emotion into that one scene, and then to be like, oh, she's still alive, which I think they're gonna do it.
What did Barry say last week? Once you start time traveling once, all the rules stop applying.
True. That's why I said I think they're gonna bring her back. But I'm like, you did all this work and they had the whole season leading up to this. He does it, and then you're gonna be like, oh, she survives, bruh.
She's an LMD.
But not only that, last point, the article in the Time Room in Star Labs, the article was originally written by Iris West Allen. It is now written by somebody completely different. So, something changed.
Oh, we'll see.
We'll see. But your thoughts on the episode?
How can I say it? Again, I addressed my whole issue or my thought process behind the Layla thing.
Yeah.
I thought, for me, it was more so about performances, and I thought Wentworth Miller, anytime he's on screen, he's freaking awesome.
Great.
And then, I don't believe, part of me is like, yo, they actually did it, but then, again, it's like, I don't think they're going to kill her off. I don't think, like, is her contract up? She asked me for more money.
She was in 3 seasons. I don't know.
That's the whole thing. This will be what, the first superhero show without a love interest?
Oh, they're gonna bring somebody else in. Maybe Patty Spivot will come back.
Maybe, but that's the whole thing. Like that's how I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
As much as I get tired of like love interests all the time in shows, that's a big part of life.
Yeah.
So it's like you can't, you can have Barry mourn for like half of the season next year, I guess. But then it's going to be like, all right, is he going to move on? How's this going to go?
True.
Oliver, this dude was lucky enough to have like 13 in one season.
I know.
I mean, you think about it. He still had stuff going on with Black Canary. Then he still had stuff going on with White Canary or whatever you want to call it. Then you had stuff going on with Felicity. And then he even had the reporter chick. So it was like
reporter chick. The Huntress, one of them.
Exactly.
Cupid, one of them. Amanda Waller.
Like, come on, dog.
Remember they met at the bar in one of the past the flashback sequences.
So you know what I'm saying? Even Talia. So
Talia.
So he has those. He has that.
Just like damn,
who does Barry have?
That's why I said maybe bring back Patty Spivot.
All right, if you don't bring back her, maybe that actress is busy. I don't think they're gonna do a Game of Thrones and recast that actress.
I don't think I don't know too much about the Flash. I don't want to comment. I don't know too much about the Flash to know any other love interest besides Iris West.
And that's the whole thing. Like
everything I read, they're married.
And it's weird because that's, for me right now, that's the only character I could think of him having a relationship with. Yeah. Even if I just go off topic, if you go with Spider-Man, he still had, what was her name, Charlie? You remember?
I guess.
You don't remember her?
No.
Come on. I think it was around like the 2009 arc. She had short hair.
If you're talking about comics, I didn't read.
All right. Well, I'm just saying though. You still had Gwen. You still had Mary Jane.
Yeah. So you killed.
And there even time he went on dates with was it Liz? Didn't he?
Yeah. Liz.
So you have
and Felicia Hardy.
Yeah, there you go.
There's another one.
So you have those. It seems even you got Batman with you got Talia and Selena. I'm just saying you got Talia and Selena as is always 1 and 2.
Yeah.
So it's what you gonna do with Barry?
Yeah, true.
That's why I don't think they're gonna kill her. And that again, sometimes the way I think, how I think of things in long run kind of ruins how I watch an episode.
Yeah.
So it's like I overall I enjoyed it. I thought it was damn good. Again, it was another episode like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I watched it after Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Where like damn, like I'm gonna put my phone down. This is actually interesting.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to see first how are they gonna get how are they gonna get past King Shark? Then is this really how they're gonna defeat him? Then when he pulled out the Philosopher's Stone, it was like, basically for me. I thought of what you call Civil War. And remember when Black Widow hit what's his name? Hit Crossbones with the shock in the neck. He like, I don't work that way no more.
I was like, what? Well, how do you work then? Like an explosion to kill you, but you can't be electrocuted? What the fuck? What sense does that make?
All this shit's insulated.
Yeah. That's what I'm guessing.
That was the first thing I thought of. He said, you thought I ain't playing for this? I don't work that way no more. I'm like, okay. Okay, Savage, sir. I didn't see that coming. I did. All right. and that's, I lined up what immediately popped in my head. I thought, again, the story and Savitar doing it, like, oh, snap. Because he did, and he's even said it, like, you threw this in here with me.
You did. And you remember, I'm from the future. Like, that's what Barry keeps failing to realize. You're fighting him in the past, but he is from the future. You always have to have that mindset that he's from the future. So anything that you're planning, he already knows.
So that just means
it's damn near impossible to beat him.
No, it means they're probably going to have to come up with a plan without Barry.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only way is like compartmentalize part of the plan.
Yeah.
Or the whole plan, and we're just going to have to go, figure this out. Or maybe go get another future Barry. I don't know. Again, this is the season finale coming up, so
just don't make.
I wonder how they going to
go fight him and make a time limit, Barry. Don't do that.
I'm just trying to figure out how they going to do it for within an hour.
I know.
I strongly believe every show, if it's that big, the season finale should be an hour and a half.
Yeah, at least.
That's what I believe.
Unless you're Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and you're super good at storytelling by now.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like,
wrap it up in 1 hour like they did.
I'm just saying, like, for me, it's just like, oh, this is the last hurrah. Give me more. Like, I think with a half-hour show, it should be pushed to 45 minutes. Or an hour show, give me an extra half hour or something like that.
Yeah.
But we'll see next week how it'll work out. I think depending on my work schedule, I think I may watch it when it happens.
Yeah.
You gave me the YouTube TV password, but that joint just clunked out on me in the middle of the first 5 minutes. It's like, I'm watching boom, like, I can't reload it.
It's never done that to me.
I know. I'm just saying, though. Like,
weird.
I was using my Wi-Fi hotspot off my phone, so I don't, maybe it was that.
That might have been it. Cause I've never had a problem with it.
Yeah.
But I've never used it with a hotspot.
But that's what's weird.
It's right on my phone. I tell you, just download the app on your phone. I mean, worst case scenario.
Yeah. Again, it was like I have this.
No, I know.
This big screen.
I would rather watch it on the larger screen too.
Yeah, exactly. And it's weird because on my hotspot I can watch Vudu movies in HD. I can watch YouTube and Netflix in HD. But for some reason that YouTube TV joint wasn't working.
Well, maybe it's because it's live streaming.
Yeah.
Unless you're watching the previously recorded one, it is actual like an actual live stream of the show.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, could be something like that because I know that would probably require a little bit more oomph.
Yeah,
to stream live.
Because I watched. I'm in the middle of the Resident Evil movies, and I was watching that.
Fucking awful movies. I just hate them. Except Afterlife.
I do. You keep saying it. I haven't seen it yet.
I know. That's the next one up.
Oh, and that's the one with Wentworth Miller in it.
Exactly my point. exactly my point. Love for Afterlife, man. That was the most. I don't know what it was. It was just something about it. It's probably Wentworth Miller, but I just liked it. It was good. It was fun to watch. Extinction was, my opinion, Extinction was boring. Apocalypse was fucking retarded.
This is the second time I fell asleep on it.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I haven't seen it since it came out. Me and Teresa, we rented it on demand when we had Comcast, and I fell asleep on the exact same part again.
Cause it's boring.
I wake up with dude getting tentacles in his eyes. I'm like, what the hell happened?
Shit is fucking awful, man. Fucking awful. We said all we had to say about the Flash.
Yeah, that was Arrow, where me and you both before we hit record.
We'll just wait until next week.
What happened?
We'll wait until next week.
Yeah,
it'll be better that way. Maybe we can record on the Thursday next week after Arrow, if it's possible. Like record on a Friday morning if we can.
You know how my horrible job is. I'll text you my schedule.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll let you know what days I'm off.
But yeah.
So what? That pretty much wraps it up.
We can go on a little bit of extra stuff if you want.
I mean,
just a couple minutes.
I mean, there's nothing. What else is there? You know, we talked about The Witcher, but we don't know. There's no real details.
No details on that.
We talked about Inhumans and everything in the beginning of this, the recording. So,
yeah. Well, here's some bad news here. Billy Crudup. Apparently, he was signed on for the Flash film. Yeah, not anymore. I have no idea what he's doing.
Wasn't that Dr. Manhattan?
Yes, that was. But
he's probably holding out for the whole snap.
Apparently, there are only two people tied to this movie now: Ezra Miller and Kiersey Clemons, who will portray Iris West.
So I think Iris West is just black now.
Yep.
Iris West is just black.
They're going. Yeah.
You got two Iris Wests and they're both black.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Hey,
I think Kiersey Clemons is the hotter of the two.
Yeah. Really?
I don't know. I don't know what it is, dog. She.
Man,
she's on point. But that's the whole thing. We said this movie, almost 2 years ago, was going to be a hard thing to do.
It is, and they can't.
And because, like we said, by the time this comes out, season 5, Grant Gustin is going to be.
I don't know. They don't have a fucking cast. They don't have a cast, man. I don't know I don't know what to say about this Flash movie. We went a really long stretch without bashing the DC EU, but this is just getting ridiculous here, man. This is just, fuck it.
I don't know.
It's just it's
speaking
disappointing.
Of Flash
too.
and DC movie, why haven't we got a Flash movie? I mean, DC animated movie.
Oh, wow.
We actually seen Flash in DC animated universe since Flashpoint.
Yeah, that is true. He's not.
I mean, did he show up in? Did he show up in Teen Titans versus Justice League?
Nah, Kid Flash did. Oh, that was the Judas Contract. He showed up in that at the beginning.
Oh, you said Kid Flash?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying Kid Flash. That's that. I'm talking about actually.
You mean like a Barry Allen Flash.
Even Barry. I'm just saying actually like, hey, a part of the story.
Nah.
You know, I don't consider a Flash. That flashback was kind of.
He wasn't in Justice League War or Throne of Atlantis, was he?
Was he in War?
I don't fucking think so.
I think he was in War.
Then he should have been in Throne of Atlantis too. Look this up.
Well, which one are you looking up?
War.
Ah, damn you.
My bad.
No, he wasn't. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't think he was in either one of them. The last movie I think he was in was the Flashpoint Paradox. Because the New 52 Justice League started out with
War.
Yeah. Yep. That's strange. I think they should drop a movie with the Flash in it, an animated movie, just to kind of keep people going. Like do something off like Rebirth or one of the stories from the New 52 or something like that.
That's what I mean.
Just to keep, cause I mean, like the TV shows keep an interest in them too. But I mean, just build a little bit more hype for them.
I'm really looking like, damn. Shit, you only had what? 2 like legit Justice League movies. Like Justice League versus Teen Titans was more of a Teen Titans movie.
It definitely was.
Justice League
and it was
Dark.
There was a lot less of Justice League fighting the Teen
Yeah,
Titans.
that was. I hated that.
Still a great movie though.
But Justice League Dark was more Batman.
Yeah, it was more Batman focused, and whatchamacallit was the Zatanna and Constantine.
Yeah,
it was a good group.
And Swamp Thing.
Oh yeah, Swamp Thing.
What's the boy? Was it Dead Man or whatever his name? What was his name? Dead Boy.
Oh, I forgot his name. I know you're talking about. Oh wait, whatchamacallit was in there too. Extrican.
Yeah.
That was interesting. I haven't seen him since that one episode on the New Adventures of Batman and Superman.
Really?
The last time I seen Extrican, yeah.
I've never seen him until it's weird. I have one of the Hero Click figures of him.
Yeah.
But I never seen ball.
Oh man.
So I was like, this guy. Only thing I looked like, I got that Hero Click. He's strong.
What's the saying he says? I want to look it up.
Yeah, you have that.
Oh,
his name is Dead Man. No, that's why I'm like, Dead Man. But yeah. So, I again, shit, you haven't got a Justice League movie since 2014. Well, 2015, Throne of Atlantis. So, when are they going to give you another one of those?
Oh man, well, we are getting that Batman Harley Quinn thing.
That's an offshot that's not in there.
But I can't wait. It's gonna be so good.
But didn't you kind of doubt it at first?
I did at first until I watched all those clips that she had on that Teen Titans Blu-ray, and I was like, "Oh shit, this might actually be pretty good." Because I mean, it's gonna be interesting. Batman, Nightwing, and Harley Quinn like fighting crime. Like that sounds like an awesome story. Well. It didn't sound like an awesome story at first, not to me. I was like, this is kind of fucking stupid.
Again, you know me. I will watch something because of the actors in it.
Yeah.
Or the voice cast that I like. But I think Melissa Rauch is going to do good as
Oh, no, she sounds great.
Harley Quinn.
That was weird.
That's the whole thing.
How good she sounded as Harley Quinn.
What'd you say?
I said it was kind of weird how good she actually sounded as Harley Quinn.
But that's the voice she uses as her character in The Big Bang Theory. That's why I was like, she's perfect.
Yeah.
She's perfect. All she got to do is, instead of being all meek or whatever on The Big Bang Theory or Snippy, all she got to do is say Mr. J just once, and there you go.
Yeah.
So, I'm looking and I'm thinking like that. There's no freaking Justice League. You think maybe because they're trying to focus on the Justice League action, live action movie.
Maybe so, but I think I would have put out a Justice League animated movie this year just to keep the interest in the Justice League until the end of the year.
My thought process behind that is, why do that when you could just re-release Justice League War?
It's not that old to re-release it. I mean, it's so new. It came out on Blu-ray. It was 2014. I don't think I would re-release that one.
What's it gonna came out on Blu-ray? I got it on Blu-ray.
What?
Wonder Woman.
Oh, what, the first movie they did?
Yeah.
No, I know that, but that came out in like 2008. That's different.
I get what you're saying, but
yeah, I was like, give it a little bit more time for you to re-release that.
We've had stuff re-released 2 years later, 1 year later. Shit, we had people do remixes of albums a year afterwards. Look, even what was it? My fault. It was a different cut, but it was like almost the same thing. The road cut. That came out like
Future's Past?
Yeah, that came out like 4 months later.
That came out alongside the release of the DVD though. Like, come on.
What, the road cut?
Yeah.
No, that came out later. They released Days of Future Past, then the road cut came out like 6 months later.
I mean, that's a little different. That
still
like changed the movie.
It didn't change the movie. It was 4 minutes.
It added extra scenes. We're talking about re-releasing re-releasing that movie as is. And it came out in 2014.
It's a commemorative collection.
What are you going to say? Put a fucking statue of Etrigan in it?
No, it's going to come out, and you'll get $8 towards your ticket for Justice League.
That would be awesome. But see, the only downside I have is that the Flash isn't in that fucking Justice League. I guess you just fuck the animated League. Flash because it just is Justice League. Look, you got me
Cyborg.
You got me with the ticket discount, okay? Because that's a good idea. The ticket discount. That's definitely a good idea.
They do. Look, dog. You go to Target now and you look at Fast and Furious. Any Fast and Furious Blu-ray, which, mind you, they re-release every year.
Oh, that's awful. Why would they want to do that?
If not every year, every time a new one comes out, they re-release it with a different cover, and it's always, hey, you get $8 off a ticket to the new Fast and Furious movie. And that's why I'm saying they're going to re-release Justice League War. That's the only way
but they should.
I can see that happening. When does Justice League come out?
November. We would already have a date for Justice League War, a re-release for Justice League War, if Justice League's coming out in November.
Yeah, but they wouldn't necessarily have wouldn't have to advertise it until
I didn't say
September.
advertising. I said we would have a date. That's all I said. We would have a date. Definitely would have a date by now. Unless they're going to do one of those sneaky things and throw it in at Comic-Con and release it 2 months later.
You said it comes out
November. Yep. It's going head to head with Thor Ragnarok. Not a movie I would want to go up against.
Not after that first trailer.
Oh, no. That movie's got too much hype going into it. Where Justice League has little to none, unfortunately.
Fuck. See, I'm on my go-to site.
How are you doing that?
I'm on my Justice League War go-to site, and I was just looking to see if it came out, but
nah, I told you they're not gonna do it. They're not. It would be nice though, because I would actually get it just to, especially if it came with like a statue of Etrigan. I don't know why. Now I want a statue of him. Like, it's a cool guy, and it's got to have his counterpart behind him. Yeah, that shit would be dope.
That one came with that Justice League War came with a Superman statue.
Ah, fuck that guy. Oh, before we go, fucking, if you guys haven't heard, November this year, 2017, Doomsday Clock, it is going to be Superman versus Dr. Manhattan from The Watchmen. I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't know how this is going to work, but if you guys want to catch up with shit, all you need to see is the Flashpoint Paradox, know a little bit about the New 52, and read DC Rebirth issue 1. And that will catch you all up. And then the Flash run is good. I haven't heard anything about the Batman run, a Rebirth, but I guess that's good too. But issue 20 of the Flash and Batman, that starts the button crossover between Flash and Batman, and it ends, I believe, with Flash 22, which I think just came out today as of this recording. So definitely check that out. I'm curious to see how they're gonna have this play out, because I just see like Dr. Manhattan like separating all of Superman's molecules and scattering them across the cosmos. And that'll be the end of him. But we'll see.
Oh, they write it down. They figure out a way to write it.
Yeah. That
should be interesting. I don't know if I'm going to. That's one of those things you have to see how the funds work out.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's November as well, right?
Yeah, I got to see movies in November.
Like, not only that.
I got to see Thor and Justice League.
Well, you know me. Around, I think October or September, you're going to get your first Thor set of Lego. So I have to see.
You got to get that.
I got to see what that's going to be. You know, I think next month we should get an idea of what the Spider-Man set's going to be.
Yeah.
I think that's only getting 2, so I think that I can get that day of release. But anyway, this about wraps it up, right?
Yep, that is it, man.
Oh, wow. This is our first hour-and-a-half episode in a while.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
we got extra budget time. We bought out advertising to let us go for an extra half hour.
Oh, next year we gotta like run something during the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
If we give them $10, we probably get like 3 seconds.
Look, that's all you got. Oh, that was us.
That was us. Our logo just flashed real quick. But anyway, you can catch us on Facebook at the Fanboy Lair. Go to our website, read some articles that we posted. I'm working on one now, dealing with nostalgia and its impact on reboots and just reboots and like new content in general, movies and games. But you can go there, fanboylair.wordpress.com. Check us out on, I was about to say Instagram, SoundCloud.
Yeah, I don't even take pictures on my own Instagram that much, so I would say nah. But SoundCloud, you said the website, right? And
yep, and that is it. Remember, latest episode on SoundCloud, everything else YouTube or the website.
Yes, and also a little information for those who been with us from the start. Thinking maybe at the top of next month we'd be able to put all the back episodes on SoundCloud.
Yes.
So that, if you're new to the Fanboy Lair podcast, or you just want to listen to how our sound has evolved over time.
Oh, geez, you're like, oh shit. So actually, we put episode 1 up there.
With the episode, that's the pilot episode. That's what we didn't get
God.
They wasn't sure about the budget and how this was gonna work out. But so that's coming. That should be coming up in the next couple of weeks. So listen out for that. As always, warm feelings and happy thoughts to everyone and all that other good stuff. Talk to y'all next time.
Peace.
Peace.